Yet again, another red day in the stock market today, guys. We got to break down what happened in the markets in this video. We got to break down some charts, individual stocks I'm looking at, and what I'm looking to do in the market. So before we even do get into it, make sure to get your free money from Moomoo. You get up to 5 stocks, each of which could be valued up to $3,500. And on top of that, you get 1 free share of NEO guaranteed. All you have to do is use my link and deposit at least $100. And again, you get all those free stocks, and that is linked right down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the video and take a sip of your coffee while you're at it, guys. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm drinking one at about 7:30 p.m. here on the East Coast because I am slacking a bit today. I waited a little bit too long to make the video, but better late than never. So right here, we can see SPY went down 1.3%. Dow went down 0.7 today. We had the Russell down 1.6. NASDAQ down a little bit over 2%. VIX up 1.7. And we had gold and silver move down a little bit. Gold down 0.4%. Silver down 0.1% on the day. And what I'm looking at here on the 20-day chart for SPY is a break under the moving averages after the fake out we got this morning. So we clearly didn't break out. We're now, like I said, back under the moving averages. And one thing that's very negative based on this chart, and you can see it here on the 5-day chart, is the fact that we broke under yesterday's lows. That is a break of trend. You guys can see yesterday we held a higher low at about 420.40, and today we closed under that. We closed barely above 420, and we actually got under 420. We got into the 419s right before close. So the fact that we took the lows out from yesterday, that means the uptrend is slowly breaking. And now this could gain momentum down to maybe 410 where it was in the end of February, or maybe down to 415 where it was just earlier this week. So that's not good for SPY. And let's see if Triple Q did that as well. Something's telling me that it did. Yep, look at that, guys. We broke trend. We're under the moving averages on the 20-day chart. And here on the 5-day chart, you can see we clearly broke under the lows from yesterday. Lows from yesterday were at about 326.80. Today we got down to 324.40. So this is breaking trend. We're not breaking out to the upside. We're actually gaining momentum back down to the lows from earlier this month and late last month. So what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? That's what I'm personally seeing. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments, and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And with that being said, let's talk about some stocks that I'm looking at. Some are looking pretty decent. Others are kind of far from looking decent, but the longer-term charts are starting to look good, and I'll show you some of those here in a couple of minutes. But first, we got to look at Live Nation, LYV, which is one that I was looking at a couple of weeks ago, and it hasn't really done much over the past couple of weeks. It's kind of been range-bound between 105 to 125, so it's been trading in this 20-point window, and now it's more towards the bottom of that 20-point window. We're trading at 108. Today we went down 2.7%, and we're pretty close to 105. So I do expect one of these days, whether it's next week, the week after, I think we're going to go back towards the moving averages, break above 115, which are right by the moving, that level is right by the moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. And I think there's going to be more momentum back up towards 125, 130. And we're not there yet. We're not confirming the breakout yet, but that's kind of what I'm looking out for these next couple of days. So keep your eyes on it. I'm also noticing a bit of an ascending triangle forming. You guys can see clear resistance at 125, 127 over the past couple of months, but we've also been uptrending, making higher lows. In fact, we just hit a higher low this past week at where was this? 103, actually more like 100. So, yeah, we hit that. We bounced. Now we just got to get over these moving averages. So, I'm watching LYV, and I actually should set an alert at 100. Let's do it at 112, guys. Let's do that together. Mark is at or above. And let me get some coffee. Cheers, guys. Let me get a sip of this. Hold on. Ah, man. I didn't have my second coffee of the day yet, so I guess I'm having it now. I mean, I'm one of those guys that can have coffee right before bed and go to bed. I don't know if it messes my sleep up when I'm actually sleeping. It probably does. I should probably look into that. But yeah, I can drink a Monster at midnight and then go to bed. It's weird. But yeah, that's stock number one. Let's not get off topic here. Stock number two is Estee Lauder, and this is one of those that doesn't look that great on the 4-hour chart. It's clearly downtrending. We just hit a low on this 4-hour chart. But if we pull back a bit and take a look at the 3-year chart, it doesn't look that bad. Look at this. We're holding an uptrend on this 3-year chart. We're approaching the 180 moving average, which is where the stock held back during the COVID crash, where this got to about $137 a share. It dropped from 220 to 137. It lost 35% of its value. That's where we're getting. And, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this chart and be like, yeah, we got a bit overbought. We got a bit extended. This thing rallied straight from 137 to about 375. It ran 154% in about a year and a half. So it's going to see some sort of pullback. Nothing can be priced to perfection forever. There's going to be something that occurs to sell the stock off. And I think it started selling off after the last earnings report, if I remember correctly. Kind of. Actually, 2 earnings reports. There we go. It started selling off from 345 down to about 295. Then they reported again. The stock saw an uptrend to that all-time high, and it started tanking into the last report. So yeah, this is interesting. It's kind of been dumping with the whole Russia situation and overall with the markets, because you can see Estee Lauder started selling off in the beginning of January, as that's when the S&P started selling off, if I remember correctly, right? Let me pull that up. Yeah, literally the same day. So that's a clear sign that it's selling off with the markets, and who knows? I'm not saying this is the bottom. There could be more downside. This could go down to 230, 240, but all I'm saying is we're getting to that buy zone, in my opinion. And as always, these videos, this is my opinion. Don't do anything based on my opinion. You got to make your own opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. So let's talk about another one here that I'm looking at, ORLY. This is O'Reilly Automotive Inc. Let me show you all this chart. This barely did anything today. It broke even. But I'm noticing it's above these moving averages on the 4-hour chart. We're about to get a golden cross, and we closed above the moving averages today, which is a good sign considering the markets got destroyed like we talked about in the beginning of the video. So I want to see now if O'Reilly can gain momentum out of 685. 685 is a big resistance, not only from this week, but also the week prior. And it's also right by the wedge. You guys can see wedge. You all can see where we're trading. So if we take 685 out and 690, this could go 700 plus. And it seems like it's one of those stocks that is holding up quite nicely during this volatility and overall correction, bear market that we're seeing in the markets. I mean, look, O'Reilly's only down 4%. That's laughable compared to what Triple Q is down. So watch out for ORLY. It looks pretty good. McDonald's, let's pull it up. McDonald's is one of the companies that has cut all ties with Russia. A lot of other companies have done that. And we do have a lot of companies that are still, operating in Russia. And this stock was getting hit even before that started to, or that happened a couple of days ago. McDonald's is down 20% now from all-time highs. And let me be honest, guys, this is one of those stocks that was way too overvalued. Way too overvalued. I'll give you a couple that I was saying a couple months ago were way overvalued. Now they've all come down a decent amount. McDonald's is one of them. I was saying Coca-Cola is way overvalued a couple of weeks ago. Pepsi, PG, Procter & Gamble, and all of these have come down a lot. Procter & Gamble is down 15%, and it's probably still overvalued, but it's come down a good amount. It's being repriced, which is fantastic. If you want to get in at a better price, a better deal, now's your chance. In stocks in general, when they go down, that's a better time to buy. Contrary to popular belief, you guys know what I'm trying to say. Messing up the words here, but yeah, Pepsi. Look, it's down 11%, 12%, and it's happening with McDonald's. So at this point in time, the 3-year chart on McDonald's looks pretty good. It's come down to a point where, again, 20%, it's in a bear market. Excuse me, guys. The voice cracks tonight. Jeez. Drop a like for that. I mean, gosh. Come on. This 3-year chart looks good. 20% sell off. Well, I guess it's a bear market now, and we're right by the 180 SMA. You know, this is where we've seen buying in the past, and I feel like we're at a point in the markets where if we get nothing thrown at us from left field in terms of this Fed meeting, we digest the Fed meeting, we get a little quarter-point hike, we might see a bit of a rally, especially if Ukraine-Russia tensions, they slow down a bit, we cool off. It's definitely possible. So, and in that case, if we do get that rally, I think McDonald's is going to start ripping again. So, add it to your watch list. Watch out for it. WBA is another one. Walgreens Boots Alliance, which did close under the 180 SMA this week, which is at $49, but it is above the 50 SMA at $47. So it's kind of sandwiched in between these. So if we do break out of 49, 30, 50, $50, let's say in general, that's going to be a very good sign, because we can see here on this this chart, and I just put my alert at 49.50. Last time we broke above that point, well, we did multiple times. We've gone to about 52.50, $53 a share. We've gone to 56 before. So I'm going to be watching 49.50 this week for Walgreens. Google's another one that I just want to continue to come down. Come on, Google. It's down 1.7. Well, it went down 1.7% on the day today. And it's just, it's under the moving averages now, which I want. I actually want this down more, like I said. And it's clear that the downtrend's continuing. I mean, there's no sign of a breakout. So if we end up going down to test the lows from earlier this week, maybe last week, a couple of weeks ago, being around 2,500, under, maybe 24.50, I'm going to be buying more at that point. I kind of laid off on Google this week because we did have a bounce back week. You guys can see it went from 2,500 to 2,700. So this thing rallied 7%. So I didn't want to buy into the rally. But I told myself if it were to go down again, I was going to buy more. And that's kind of what we got today. We got the dump off, but I still didn't buy more. But if we get the next leg down, which by the looks of it, right, it looks like things are setting up for more red. If we get that leg down, 2,500, under 2,500, I'll be buying more. Google, that's for sure. And REGN is one that I'm looking at. This is Regeneron Pharmaceuticals. This is breaking out. Today it went up 2%. Above the moving averages. We're about to see a golden cross. And what we're noticing is, if you look at the 1-year chart, we're making higher lows. That's clear. It's been uptrending for months, close to a year, actually over a year. And since August, September, it's been making lower highs, 686, 671. Now we're at 645. It's got to break 645, guys. If we start breaking out of that point into 650 plus, this is going to be a breakout. So I'm going to put my alert at, let's do $650 a share for Regeneron. We'll watch it from there. And that's pretty much it. Those are the 7 stocks I'm watching. LYV, Estee Lauder, O'Reilly, McDonald's, WBA, Walgreens, Google, Regeneron. And we could talk more. We could talk all day, guys. And today was just a bloodbath, but I do want to leave you all with that. And, just look at my watch list. It was an awful day. Only one green stock, and it was DWAC, the Trump's pack. Everything else was red. So I'll leave you all at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a like button, subscribe, or drop a like button. I meant hit the like button, drop a comment, subscribe, get your free money for Moomoo. You get 5 stocks up to $3,500, and you get a free share of NEO guaranteed. So that's free money. All you got to do is deposit at least $100. That's linked down below. And join my Patreon if you all want my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, all that cool stuff's on Patreon. Get that. Join that. Link down below. And again, get your money. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.